I didn't give much thought to my career when I was young and basically just took the opportunities that were presented to me, and that included the PhD topic that I ended up pursuing, and also my first job, which was in a pseudo-academic environment at a synchrotron in Italy. I think doing a science PhD, it makes you a scientist, but it doesn't necessarily make you a good scientist. I'd also realised after a few years that I didn't really have a passion for science and research, and so I decided to move to industry.
Well, I've started out as a postdoc, as many people in academia do, and I quickly moved into some more sort of management and support roles. I've, through my career, been a department chair and a dean, and had a couple of acting roles, head of a research centre and also acting Deputy Vice Chancellor Research.
When physics was introduced as a subject in school, I just fell in love with it. I felt like this is the first subject that actually tries to explain naturally occurring phenomena rather than just stating the facts. When I started my undergrad, I got to know that there is something called PhD where you can actually do research. I realized that if I do a PhD, it will allow me to ask not only different new questions, but also go for a wild goose chase behind them. The cherry on the pie was that the government is going to pay a scholarship for that. That is why I chose to do a PhD. After the PhD, I applied for a position in Monash University in Michael Furer's group because it seemed like a great opportunity, and I was selected to begin my postdoctoral career.
When I was at ANU working as a postdoc, one of the projects I was working on was in heavy collaboration with EOS Space Systems, which is where I work now. And I decided after about 3 years of being a postdoc that it was probably a good time to move on, and I didn't really think that I could stay in the academic stream for the rest of my career, so I approached them and to see if they would take me on, and yeah, we had a good working relationship. So and the work that they're doing is very exciting, and I'm enjoying it here, so I think it's been a good step for me so far. I've been here for a bit over a year now.
Before I joined RMIT in 2016, I was actually a research scientist at CSRO, and I worked there for almost 10 years. Having worked in the government research agency like CSRO and university, it really helped me in connecting laboratory research to what are exactly needed by businesses and industry. It also helped me in defining the value propositions of my research, particularly when it comes to engaging industry and developing new research partnership with them.
So as I said, I've been postdocing for quite a long time. I really enjoyed the postdoc work, working in the lab, doing research, working with PhD students. Really ticks a lot of boxes for me, but I couldn't really see what that would look like for me on a longer term basis in terms of how did I get a permanent position, what would it look like, what area would I research in, and how do you get to the point where you have your own research group. It wasn't really, I didn't know how that would work for me, and so I was looking for other things that sparked my interest. And as I said, quantum technologies, but I was really interested to see how that works in industry compared to academia.
As you can imagine, my studies were very practical and full of material characterization, so it ends up being quite strange with those I interact with that I ended up at Westpac Bank. I was introduced to Westpac through the inaugural STEM PhD program, which, like a graduate program, allowed me to complete my studies while working part-time with a variety of teams in the bank. I ended up taking a full-time role with my last rotation, being Analytics and Insights, which looks at customer behaviour and identifying ways to improve sales, feature utilisation, and the quality of service that we can provide our customers.
I guess I found that my interest was really on the equipment and experimental side of it. Loved it, so mostly into material science and physics areas. Though I still had interest in research, it wasn't really the right place to me, I found. This career in technical services, I guess it offers me the opportunity to be very much involved and immersed in the research without being directly involved in it, which is, I guess, perfect for me.